Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Allison Turner. I am the founder of Batcat Media Group. We are located in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida, but we have clients across the United States. I wanted to jump on today and talk a little bit about video marketing. And one of the biggest things I hear from small business owners, solopreneurs, startup people, when I say, hey, you really should use video in your marketing strategy is, what do I talk about? What if I look stupid on video? But what do I talk about? That's usually the number one thing. And you know your business best. I wanted to give a few tips today on some things that you could talk about on video. And one of the big pieces I'm going to emphasize is something doesn't have to be perfect to release it. I'm live streaming. So if I make a mistake while I'm live streaming, it is what it is because I'm live on 8 different platforms right now. But it doesn't have to be perfect. Some people overanalyze videos and try and make it too perfect before they even release it. But I'm going to go through 9 things now of just different topics that you could connect on. Number 1 is behind the scenes content. For example, we have a video studio. We have a music studio. A lot of times Jack, who runs that side of the company, will do some behind the scenes videos or some behind the scenes photos. That's one great way to use video. If you have something like that, if you go on site to a client's house, different things that maybe people don't know about your industry or they want to learn more about your industry. Number 2, if you have a product, you can do product demonstrations. You often see that with chefs, or you see that with nutritionists, or you see that with someone that's trying to sell like a nutrition product or something like that. You can do product demonstrations or tutorials, even educational videos you can do, which are great because think about where people are getting their information these days. I mean, I was on YouTube this past weekend because I was looking up how to do some kind of home repair because I have plaster in my house as opposed to drywall. And I was looking up how to do this certain kind of home repair. And that's what I was on, was YouTube. I was watching videos on how to do something. So what better way to get people engaged with your company than to do some kind of product demonstration or some kind of tutorial video? Number 3, customer testimonials. That's a great way to get engaged. I mean, Google is still king. If you're listening out there, Google, you are still king. But think about all the different testimonials you can get from a customer or a client besides what you see on your Google profile. Because don't forget, you can upload a video testimonial to your Google profile. It may not show in the star count and things like that, but you can still upload that there. You can also share it on your website. You can put it on your YouTube channel. There's so many things you can do with a video testimonial. That's a great way. And with these phones that we have now, they shoot great 4K video. The things you have to be mindful of are sound and lighting. So making sure you have good lighting and then making sure that you have an external microphone that goes with this. So that way you're getting decent sound, because the sound on this microphone on this, not so good. Number 4, industry insight. So kind of like what I'm doing today, I'm on here chatting about video and, hey, I don't know what to talk about on video. I mean, literally, I just planned this topic 5 minutes ago. I was like, what do I want to talk about? I knew I wanted to talk about video today, but I didn't know quite what I wanted to talk about. So I was just Googling around a little bit, throwing some topics into ChatGPT, saying like, hey, what about this? What about this? And then I tweak everything for what I want to talk about. Think about what your trends are in your industry, your updates, your tips, anything like that. Those are great things for you to discuss. You can do a whole podcast on tips in your industry. And I guarantee you people are going to want to hear it and they're going to want to learn from it. You just have to find your audience, right? You have to find who's your audience and what do they want to know. Number 5, you can talk about your company story. Like, why did you start your company? I've heard some great company stories. I've heard a couple of great ones from people that started like senior senior home health kind of agencies, because they had a grandparent and they were caring for the grandparent and they saw like the lack of service. I know a couple people like that have like a great story, and you wouldn't know it unless they put it out there. You wouldn't know it unless you heard it from them. And video is so much better because you get the inflection, you get the emotion behind it. You get, I can write the story, which is all well and good, with video. And if you have a story behind why you started your company, what your mission is, who you're trying to help, that's what people want to hear. They want to engage with who you are. They don't want to just engage with like an article on a website. Number 6, frequently asked questions or problem solving videos. Again, think of your industry and what people are asking. This is one of the questions I get asked a lot when I say, hey, you should do some video. I don't know what I would talk about. Okay, well, here I am. I'm chatting about what you should talk about on video. Number 7, any new product or service announcement. So if you are coming out with something new, that's a great way to get it out to a larger audience. So you can write it up, you can take photos of it, and you can put it on social media. Certainly do that. I'm not saying do not do that. I am saying use video as well to get it out to a larger audience, because so many people want to see it here. They're not going to go and read. I might go read an article. I know a ton of people that would rather look at a 1-minute video or 2-minute video than read an article. That's just the world we live in. Good, bad, indifferent. It's the world we live in. And as a business owner, we have to embrace it and really use it to our advantage. Number 8, you can talk about any special offers or events you might have coming up. I've certainly done that more with other organizations I'm involved in. So I'm chair a nonprofit, and then I'm also on the board of another nonprofit. So sometimes I'll talk about those in a different videos. So, but if you have a special offer in your company, say you're discounting something for a limited time, or say you're doing an event and you want to share about the event, video is a great way to get it out. Because you can also, I'm doing kind of a talking head video right now, but you can also, for an event video, you could take video from a previous event and then cut it up and do kind of what I call as a summary of the previous event. It's usually like a 2-minute video. It's actually called a sizzle reel, the more official term. But that's a great way to sell that next event. And then finally, you can do more of a collaborative video. I like that for a podcast, for example, because a lot of times I'll interview entrepreneurs on how they got their start and kind of what their, where they came from and where they're going and what they're doing with their business. And it's almost collaborative, even though it's my podcast, but it's almost collaborative because I'm I'm working with them to learn more about them and also share their story with other people. But if you have someone you collaborate with in business, say, you do personal injury as a personal injury attorney, and maybe you also use investigators, because I know they use like private investigators and things like that. You could do like a video on that and kind of what makes you different in that. Things like that. So think outside the box. What do people really want to know about your industry? Because I guarantee you, every industry out there has things that maybe we don't know about. And you just have to figure out who's my target market, what do they want to know, and how am I going to get that information out to them? And video is probably the number one tool to do it. Please don't be afraid of it. Please go after it. And if you have any questions about anything I've talked about today, connect with me further, either at my email address is allison@batcatmedia.com, or this is my office number, 561-276-4422. I'd love to talk to you more about video. One of the things we do video in our studio, and we have a video production studio here in Delray. We also offer kind of more of a consulting service if you want to set up kind of your own video studio type of thing at your house, where we can come in and help you set that up as well. So think about it. if you're still hesitant on video, shoot me an email, give me a call, and let's set up a time to connect via Zoom or in person if you're in this area. And I want to get you started because video is key in small business. It really levels the playing field. We're able to really give more information out there and be on the same level playing field with some of the bigger companies. So I hope you've enjoyed this today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy Thursday. And I will speak to you again soon. Bye.